Tonight's going to be a big one. New Hampshire will not let Iowa, the country, or Donald Trump down on Tuesday. No, we're going to win. Thank you, Donald Trump, for coming to New Hampshire so many times over the last 9 years and keeping our first-in-the-nation primary alive. How sad is it that Joe Biden gave our beautiful, very politically engaged state the middle finger? That's right. By refusing to show up here. I hope New Hampshire Democrats remember that in November, if he's on the ballot, of course. Of course, we know why Biden wouldn't come here. His approval ratings are so low, he would lose to Vermin Supreme. And yes, America, there is a candidate on the ballot named Vermin Supreme. My name is Joseph Kelly Levasseur. I am the Alderman at Large for the great city of Manchester. Born and raised in Manchester, I proudly make this city my home. 24 years ago, I was a restaurant owner going to night school to earn my law degree when the late, great Ray Wazorek asked me to run for office. Help get this civic center built. I was and still am a reluctant politician, but duty called and I showed up. I won that race. We built this civic center in Manchester, turned its milliard airport in downtown into the envy of the state. 24 years later, I am here on the stage supporting Donald Trump. Nothing in this country is impossible. I met Mr. Trump 8 years ago about the same time when he came to my restaurant for his first town hall with Anderson Cooper. I stood there. I didn't know it at the time. I stood there. I wouldn't have let him in the restaurant. I stood there.
This money ain't worth it.
I stood there while Anderson Cooper did everything he could to stump Trump, but the Donald wasn't having any of it. He stood firm in his beliefs and would not back down. I knew after his first interview he would win the Republican primary and he would become president. America got a great man and a great president who delivered his America First agenda. Instead of being an energy importer, we became an energy exporter. Instead of being a doormat to illegal immigrants walking across our border, he created rules and laws to let them in. Instead of getting us into conflicts all over the world like the mainstream media predicted he would, he brought us peace and prosperity. Donald J. Trump, America doesn't just miss you, the world misses you. I'm not sure if it's only me, but it feels like 2010 all over again. By the way, how smart was it to raid our president's home?
Yeah!
Not very. Americans are ticked off with the foolishness of attacking Trump with never-ending lawfare and obvious election interference. What the Democrats are doing in this country, are doing to Donald Trump and his family, is shameful. Americans are ticked off, and we want our country back. Americans have had enough of Joe Biden allegedly running this country. Open borders without limitations, high energy costs, ridiculously high inflation, and a world on the edge of war. We need Trump in the White House so Americans can steady their feet and breathe again. If you want proof that Democrat policies are out of touch with ordinary Americans, look no further than Manchester itself. On November 6th, the Democrats in Manchester controlled City Hall with an 11-3 Democrat majority. We had 3 Republicans out of 14. The mayor's seat was also controlled by a Democrat. After 6 long years of Mayor Joyce Craig and her supermajority, the voters in Manchester had seen enough. The next day, Election Day, on November 7th, Democrats, Republicans, Independents turned out to vote and gave the Republicans a majority board. We now have 7 Republicans and a Republican mayor. You are standing here in a Republican-built civic center in the middle of a now red city. Our Manchester citizens want America First policies too. On the day of our swearing in, I was honored to become the first Republican chairman in over 30 years. And yes, I am Trump tough. For the first time in decades, our blue city is red, and we intend to keep it that way. Trump is showing us the way with his determination, selflessness, and tireless energy on how to bring America back from the edge. On November 2nd, this country will be red, and America will quickly be on its way to being great once again. It feels a lot like 2010 all over again, and they never should have raided Trump's house. Pray for Donald Trump. May the Lord keep him and his family safe. I am Joseph Kelly Levasseur. Please join me on January 23rd. Let's send Donald Trump off to South Carolina with a solid win, where he will defeat Hillary Haley in her home state. Chris Hager, my good partners on the Aldermanic Board, Norm Vincent, Ed Sapienza, Chrissy Cantor. And just lastly, I have to say, thank you, Harmeet Dillon, for all you do for Donald Trump and from MAGA. Let's do this on January 23rd.